Hi everyone, today's topic is Mendel's Law. Mendel is responsible for the laws governing inheritance of traits. He studied the inheritance of traits in pea plant. The reasons are pea are easy to grow, they reproduce quickly, emasculation and pollination quite easy, they are capable of self fertilization. He postulated three laws. They are law of dominance, law of segregation, and law of independent assortment. The first law of dominance states that in a cross of parents that are pure for contrasting traits, only one form of the trait will appear in the next generation. All offsprings will be hybrid for a trait and will have only the dominant trait express the phenotype. The phenotype trait that is not expressed in the hybrid is called recessive. The example of Mendelian's law of dominance is the cross between the homozygous tall and dwarf. The F1 generation offsprings are heterozygous tall. When there is a crossing between the heterozygous tall of the F1 generation, the outcome are one homozygous tall, two heterozygous tall, and one homozygous dwarf, whereas the phenotypic ratio is 3 is to 1, that is 3 tall and 1 dwarf plant. The genotypic ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 1, that is 1 homozygous tall, 2 heterozygous tall, and 1 homozygous dwarf. The second law is the law of segregation. Mendel's law of segregation states that the two alleles of a gene that are found on a chromosome pair separate with the offsprings receiving one from the mother and one from the father. According to Mendel's law, the two alleles act in a segregated fashion and do not mix or change each other. This law is also referred to as law of purity of gametes. The example of law of segregation is the cross between the yellow and green color seed of the pea plant. So the parents are in homozygous condition. When there is a cross between the homozygous parents, that is between yellow and green, the F1 offspring receive each gamete or a one gamete from each parent. So the outcoming result of F1 generation is heterozygous yellow color seed. So in F2 generation, when there is a cross between the F1 generation offsprings, the outcoming results are like this. The phenotypic ratio is 3 is to 1, that is 3 green and 1 yellow, whereas the genotypic ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 1, that is 1 homozygous yellow, 2 heterozygous yellow, and 1 homozygous green. Next, the law of independent assortment. The third law of Mendel, known as the law of independent assortment or the independence of characters, postulates that alleles of different genes segregate independently during gamete formation. This means that the inheritance of one trait does not affect the inheritance of another. This law provides a crucial understanding of how multiple traits are inherited and combined in offspring, contributing to the understanding of genetic variability and population genetics. The example of Mendel's law of independent assortment, which includes dihybrid cross. So, here we are considering two different characteristics of a pea plant, that is, one is seed shape, the other one is seed color. Under seed shape, round and wrinkled, whereas under seed color, yellow and green. When there is a cross between the round yellow seed with wrinkled green seed, the F1 offsprings are round yellow, which are present in heterozygous condition. If there is a self cross between the F1 generation offsprings, the outcomes of the F2 generation offsprings are like 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1, which is a phenotypic ratio. That is 9 round yellow, 3 round green, 3 wrinkled yellow, and 1 wrinkled green. So these are the three Mendel's law. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe our channel. Thank you.